Okay, here we go. I'm going to try to do this so you can see. It's hard to get the camera at the right angle. So again, I'm just matching this raw edge with the fold in the bias tape, and I'm really only looking at this area here. I'm not even paying attention to what the sewing machine is doing, and it is binding beautifully. There's the front and there's the back, and it's, I mean, that's perfect. You just can't get any better than that. Very easy. But I will tell you, this is vintage bias, and it is a lawn, which refers to a type of fabric, cotton lawn, and it's very sheer, but it's stiff. It's still good, still viable, which is why I'm using it. It's very narrow, but I think this is part of the key of using that binding tool, is that you use a stiff enough binding bias tape. And I had never, in the past when we've had lessons on this, I did my own binding, did my own fabric, and it was hit or miss. But this, whoops, let me get this out of the way. Put that down. Okay, now I'm going to make sure that this is feeding through the prongs, and I make sure that the edge of the fabric is right against that fold. And I'm not pulling on the fabric, because actually I'm going around some curves in a little bit, and that will stretch that curve. So I'm just pushing the fabric up against that fold. And I'm trying not to push it too much. I'm letting the machine and the tool do its job. And I'm making sure that the bias isn't scrunching down. It's just sitting right here, which means it's feeding perfectly into the funnel with enough on the bottom. Let me show you. This is the little bit that we did. Just right here. There you go. Front and back. That is just, it's perfect.